First and foremost, thanks for inviting me to be here today. It's a pleasure to be in Calgary talking about everything exciting in agriculture. Now, of course, Alberta has been known as a province driven by energy. After all, we have one of the largest energy reserves in the world. We've also been known for our iconic Rocky Mountains, which draws tourists from across the country and across the world. But for me, there's nothing more that defines Alberta more than the hard work and resiliency of the agricultural industry. Our ag sector is not only one of the province's most important economic drivers, but it also forms part of the very fiber of Alberta's history and our culture. The industry, including farmers, ranchers, and business owners, puts food on our tables in this province, across our country, and around the world. And they do so while often facing many challenges related to growing conditions, and as well with that, some inherent volatility and uncertainty in the space. Now, luckily, our industry is known for thinking outside the box, innovating, and adapting. That said, as producers plan for the 2024 growing season, I'm pleased to announce government's latest support for innovation in the industry. Budget 2024 will provide $900,000 to Agricultural Financial Services Corporation for drone services, which will be used to assess wildlife damage to crops and make processing claims easier and quicker. As you all know, wildlife like deer, elk, wild boar are often attracted to crops. Currently, AFSC helps producers manage this risk through the Wildlife Damage Compensation Program. By embracing drone technology, AFSC will be able to gain a clear picture of how crops are being affected by wildlife damage. So far, using drone services has had promising results. We've learned that drone imagery significantly aids the assessment process. And so today is another exciting step for Alberta as we continue to use technology to improve the assessment process for even more producers. Agricultural work can be challenging, but the government and AFSC are committed to providing stable business risk management and insurance supports, and to work alongside producers and agribusinesses to support a strong, sustainable, and diverse industry into the future. Now, before I close, I'd like to touch upon some of the work Alberta's government is doing to keep the agricultural sector strong. Now, our agri-food sector employs thousands of Albertans, attracts international investment, and exports products to markets around the world. We have one of the most competitive tax regimes and business-friendly conditions on the continent. We've also been instituting programs to attract investment, grow the industry, and create more jobs. For instance, even before the pandemic, we launched the Agri-Food Sector Investment and Growth Strategy. The results were outstanding. Between April 2019 and March 2023, we attracted more than $2 billion in agri-food investment, and we created more than 4,000 jobs. Now we're working on a new strategy and setting new goals and new targets. In 2023 as well, we introduced the Agri-Processing Investment Tax Credit to attract large-scale investment in value-added manufacturing. Through the program, we provided a 12% tax credit on capital expenditures to corporations that invest $10 million in value-added agricultural processing. I'm pleased to say the Little Potato Company, which recently built a new processing facility in Nisku, was the first recipient of the tax credit, and there are more to come, so stay tuned for that. Now, another program that has been helping add value to agriculture for some time is the Sustainable Canadian Agricultural Partnership. This 5-year, $508 million federal provincial program supports the industry by providing funding for projects that improve operations, expand markets, and create jobs in Alberta. Alberta's government also provides specialized export development services to support companies to enter new markets, attract investment, and expand their sales in existing markets. In support of this endeavor, we have a network of agricultural-focused staff in Tokyo, Beijing, Seoul, Mexico City, Minneapolis, Dusseldorf, and Singapore. While we continue to support and grow our agri-food and agricultural industries, we're also keeping a watchful eye on the situation with drought this year. It has been a couple dry years over the last 3, and the mountain snowpack is definitely not where we would like to see it. As well, reservoir and river levels are low. Now, I'm hoping for a lot more snowpack, and Lord knows I pray every morning and every night. And we are all hoping for continued rainfall over the next couple months. And the recent snow, of course, has improved the condition, but we still need more. Either way, it was imperative that our government continues to prepare for what could be a difficult growing season. We struck a drought command team, which is working on an emergency plan. And we've created an advisory committee to help us navigate the drought landscape. The bottom line is we must do more with the water we have. We will continue to work with municipalities and industry to ensure our producers are prepared and they have the water they need when they need it. I've spoken across this province and I've been talking, and please share this message. If it does become a difficult year this year, the water that people put out to water their lawn is water taken away from what could be growing food to put on families' tables. Now, thank you to everyone for inviting me to speak today, and thank you to all the organizers, volunteers, sponsors, and participants for making this happen. I am always very excited to stand up and talk about agriculture. I do believe it presents the greatest possibility for growth and jobs, investment, and overall GDP growth in this province. As we continue to see the global demand increase, we continue to see Alberta as a solution to that demand, and our producers, farmers, and our businesses here will be a key to that. So thank you for having me here today.